coming back. If you don't know me, my name is Rouge, like the color. Today is kind of like a chit chat, get ready with me / Sephora haul / first impression / everything, I guess. I did buy a couple of things at Sephora, which I will show you in my Sephora haul. I did this look, so if you like this look and you want to see kind of how I get ready and what I bought at Sephora a little bit, keep on watching. I just got out of the shower. I'm just gonna put it up like I did in my video about summer straight hair. And today I'm gonna use some of those new products I talked about from Sephora. I'm really excited. So I went to Sephora and I got a couple things, not a big haul, just a little bit, just for summer. I just have been really craving that bronzy, glowy kind of shine look. Kind of wanted to go and see what they had. And so I'll just start from what I normally do, and this will kind of be like a get ready with me / first impression. I didn't buy this, but oh, I already opened the package. I didn't buy this, but it was in their points, and I have a ton of points. And it is the Yves Saint Laurent, I don't know how to pronounce this, Touche Eclat Blur Primer. And it's supposed to be a blurring and illuminating primer, maximizing skin radiance. So since I am interested in that look, I decided to get it, and the bottle is really cute. It looks like that. I don't know if you guys can see it. There we go. And it's got these like pretty gold flakes. So let's take a look. And it's really hot today, so I'm planning on being out in the sun. Ooh, it's got a paddle. This is interesting. Usually my primers come in like a squeezy tube, so this is gonna be interesting. So we're just gonna. It smells good. It smells like summer. I don't know if this is very hygienic. Oh, it's got kind of like a interesting texture, like kind of like a silicone, like a silicone-y texture. And then because it is going to be really hot out and I'm going to be in the sun, I'm really going to make sure that I protect my skin with some sunscreen. So I really like using tinted moisturizers because I feel like you get the benefits of 3 things in one. You get sunscreen, you get the moisturizer, and then of course you get the coverage. And it's especially good for nice hot days like this, because then the less stuff that you have on your skin, the better. I picked this up from their little cash register section that always seems to get me. It's the It Cosmetics CC Plus Cream, and it's with the SPF 50. And I like how the girl looked so drastically different. So we'll see how that looks. And this is supposed to, you're supposed to apply it 15 minutes before sun and reapply every 2 hours. It's not water resistant, so I'm just going to use it like a regular tinted moisturizer. Okay, so that's nice. That's a nice coverage. I hope it matches my skin. Let's see. So this is how I put most creams, lotions. It's usually the pattern that I use on my face. I feel like it smells good. I'm just going to use my fingers because usually with moisturizers, if I use anything like a beauty blender, like this is the Real Techniques Body Beauty Blender. I love it. It's not wet, but I feel like the moisturizer will just be absorbed in it. If you do want to use a brush, I would recommend using a synthetic hair brush. Ooh, I think I put too much on my forehead. Just so that the fibers of the real hair brushes don't absorb and then you're not wasting any product. I feel a little bit like a ghost. I feel like I look like the before in this before and after. It's covering me more than some of my other tinted moisturizers, and it says that it is a full coverage and it's color correcting. So it's actually settled nicely a little bit now that I've stopped touching my face. So let's kind of see what happens with that. I'm going to cover up my under eyes because I need it. I wasn't able to sleep well last night. I don't know why. I think it might have been too hot. Brighten up the forehead. accentuate the cupids. Do you see how that just brightens up the under eye? I have a zit on my nose. You guys see that? I feel like I look a little too pale. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. It looks different on camera. And then we're gonna go ahead and set it. I am using the Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I'm using it in the translucent color. I've heard a lot of people talking about this, so I decided to give it a try. I actually like it. Every time I use it, people comment on my skin and how it looks. And then it has this like velvety texture to it. The next thing that I bought is the Becca Gradient Sunlit Bronzer in this shade Sunrise Waves. It is such a pretty range of bronzers. You can see that. And what you do is you just take a brush. I usually take this brush. This is the Morphe 527 brush, and then I just swirl it around to pick up all the colors, and then I tap off the excess, and then I just kind of like go around my forehead. And I used this bronzer yesterday for the first time, and I really liked it, so I wanted to see if, you know, how much I'm gonna love it. And I actually do really like it. Before I was using the NARS Casino, and it's a different type of a bronzer. It's a little bit more matte, but it's more brown. See if you can see the difference between the two of them. It's kind of like that second shade right there. And that's what I use to kind of carve out my cheeks. You guys ever do your makeup and then think that it's not enough, so then you do a little bit more, and then you look in the bathroom mirror and you're like, oh, I'm not very good at doing my eyeshadow, so I take the same bronzer that I use, and with this fluffy brush, the E27, I just kind of again swirl it around, and then I just kind of focus on my eyelids. And I forgot to do my eyebrows, so I'll do that in just a second. First I focus it in the crease, and then I just kind of wash it over my lids and then up onto the brow bone a little bit, just to give it a little bit of lift. I'll take a little bit of the, actually I'll use the NARS one, the same brush, and then I take a little bit of it, I tap off the excess, and then I do contour my nose. And this is the dorsal aesthetic lines. So you want to I start it kind of in the middle of my nose, and then with a very gentle hand, I work it all the way up to the brow and then all the way down to the tip, just to kind of carve out my nose and make it a little bit smaller. And I find that when you look down into the mirror, you can see the lines a little bit easier. And then I kind of, do you see all those lines? And then I kind of clear off the excess, and then I blend it out. And then I sometimes go back with this guy. Okay, then I'm gonna do my eyebrows, but that's boring, so I won't show you how to do that, so I'll be right back. Okay, I think I am gonna add a little bit of that NARS Casino, just to make it a little darker. So if you actually put bronzer on the temple area, it gives the illusion that your face is lifted up. Don't focus it in the cheek area or right under your eye right here, because then it'll make your face look heavier. But if you put it right here in the temple area, it kind of gives this lifting illusion. Are going to use a highlighter. I would recommend using a highlighter first and then put a blush on after, because then it'll look as if your skin is glowing through the blush. I'm just gonna use the Champagne Pop. You can tell that I've been using, it's that middle one right there. And I'm gonna use the Morphe 500 brush. This is a really nice fluffy highlighter. Just take it and then dust off the excess, and then just get right there. And then what I do is I take the tip of this, see how it's kind of pointy? I take the tip of it, again I brush off the excess, and then I just get right there on my nose. I focus a little bit on the tip of the nose because I find that if you focus it on the tip of the nose, it gives the nose this like elevated look. And then I highlight the bridge or the dorsum. And then the Cupid's bow, I love highlighting. And then I get kind of right on the lips, the little Cupid bow of the lips. And then I get on my chin. And that gives this like illusion of light just kind of shining from the middle part of your face. So it'll make this tip of the nose appear more narrow, the lips pop up, and then the chin appear more narrow and pointed at you. So if you do have a prominent chin and you don't want to accent that, then don't do that, this technique. But my chin is a little square, flat, and kind of receded. So I like to kind of pop it out. I put a little bit on my lid just to give my eyes a pop too. And that way my center of my face is glowing. And then I do my mascara. And this, first I always curl my mascara with just a regular curler. This is the Shiseido. And I start at the base, I do about 2 or 3 squeezes, and then I kind of curve it up gently. Be careful when you're starting off with this technique because you can pinch your skin. And then the mascara that I have been using recently and absolutely loving is the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Angel. And this purple one has this kind of a wand, and it elongates my lashes like no other. Here, I'll show you. I'll do this one and then you can see it. I always wipe off the excess. Why am I saying access today? Excess. I wipe off the excess of the tip. And then I just go in. And a trick to putting mascara on so you don't get it all over your lids is to take a mirror and put it underneath your chin or your nose and do your mascara as you're looking down. And that way your lids close a little bit and the tip of the lashes don't touch as much the top of your lids, and then you're able to get up to the lash line better and then reduce the chances of you messing up your mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I focus on the outside lashes of my eyes. See the difference? If you do get a little bit of mascara on your eyelid, don't touch it right away. Let it dry, and then with a Q-tip just kind of flake it off and it'll just brush off versus smearing off if you get it sooner. Well, if you get it sooner, it's still wet and it'll just smear on your eyelids. So I'm gonna use this blush. It's by Milani. It's called Coral Cove. I think the color is so pretty. I was a little intimidated on how I'm gonna use this just because it does come on so bright. But what I've been doing recently is taking a Morphe E2. You can see it's nice and dirty. And then I take a little bit, just a teeny bit, because it comes on pretty strong. I dust off the edge, and then I even pounce a little bit off on my hand. And then what I do is I take the brush onto my cheek and then I apply it all the way in the C formation. And for some reason, I'm just really liking that look. You don't want to get a lot. We don't want to be all 80s where we're like straight up. But I feel like, again, the same with the bronzer. When you are applying it in this area, it kind of lifts the face up. Do you see kind of what that looks like? Just kind of brightens it a little bit. I don't know. It's not a lot. It's very subtle. And do you see how the highlighter is still glowing through? So it doesn't look like you're wearing this streak of highlighter. It just looks like your skin is just natural and dewy and bronzy and glowy. I typically don't wear lipstick, although I did find this really great lipstick by e.l.f. recently. It's this lip balm. I posted a picture on Instagram. If you don't follow me there, it's at Rouge Not Beige. e.l.f. lip balm that changes to the color of your lips after applying it, but like your lips but better. And I remember my mom had that kind of a lipstick when I was younger and I loved it, so of course I tried it. And now I lost it, but I absolutely loved it, so I might have to go get another one. I don't know where it is. Okay, so I am just going to do my hair and then I will be right back. Okay, so this is the look. If you like it, let me know. Leave your comments below on what other looks you'd like me to try. Hope you have a great day and enjoy. And remember, don't be beige, be rouge like the color. See you next time. Bye.